Yes, indeed. Truth or Trivia, the Red Pill Trivia Quiz, where we have basically a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire style quiz with some red pills and truth bombs thrown in for good measure. 7 questions in total, multiple choice, so there's always you've got a chance to win, even just if you're a lucky guesser, you can still win. So fingers at the ready, 7 questions. Obviously, this is how it should look as the answer at the end. So once you've heard the last question, you'll be ready to put in your complete string of 7 characters in total. We'll go on the break for 5 minutes, and when we come back, we'll be revealing the most honourable winner of all honourable winners of the Truth or Trivia Red Pilled Truth Bomb Quiz. Here we go. Number 1. And this is the one the patrons got to see. A sneak preview, and I'm going to do that weekly as well with the patrons now. They'll get 1 question, just the question, not the choice of answers, just the 1 question, as a laugh, and it won't make any difference because you either know all 7 or you don't. So, who died shortly after claiming, oh, nearly said Michael, Obama was a man? Was it A, Prince, B, Joan Rivers, C, George Michael, or D, Brittany Murphy? Who died shortly after claiming Michelle Obama was a man? Was it A, Prince, B, Joan Rivers, C, George Michael, or was it D, Brittany Murphy? Question number 2. 322 is the number associated with which secret society? Was it A, Freemasonry, B, Bullingdon Club, C, the Illuminati, or was it D, Skull and Bones? Number 2. 322 is the number associated with which secret society? Freemasonry, Bullingdon Club, the Illuminati, or Skull and Bones? Question number 3. Nomophobia is the irrational fear of being without what? Is it A, your mobile phone? Is it B, your loved one? Is it C, your wristwatch? Or is it D, your legs? Question number 3 is nomophobia is the irrational fear of being without what? A, mobile phone, B, loved one, C, wristwatch, or D, your legs? Number 4, we're more than halfway through, don't forget at this point. Which of these animals can't stick its tongue out? Is it A, rhinoceros, or is it B, squirrels? Is it C, crocodile, or is it D, llamas? So which of these animals can't stick its tongue out? Rhinoceros, squirrel, crocodile, or llama? Number 5, cracking through them. Get ready, everyone. What is the official name of the infamous Epstein Island? Good one. Is it A, St. Croix? Is it B, St. Thomas? Is it C, Capella Island? Or is it D, Little St. James? Question number 5. What is the official name of the infamous Epstein Island? Is it A, St. Croix? Is it B, St. Thomas? C, Capella Island? Or D, Little St. James? The penultimate question, number 6. What is the maximum number of bitcoins? Talking of Bitcoin. What's the max? Anyone who was like harping up in the chat earlier when I was chatting about blockchain and Bitcoin, if I don't see a correct answer on this one from you, what is the maximum number of bitcoins that will ever be mined? Is it A, 21 million, B, 2.1 billion, C, 21 billion, or D, 21 trillion? What's the maximum number of bitcoins that will ever be mined? 21 million, 2.1 billion, 21 billion, or 21 trillion? Are you ready? Because this is the final question coming up. You're going to be ready to give your super duper answers in the chat. So are you ready for the final question? Get ready. Number 7. What secret intelligence operation brought Nazi scientists to the USA to work for the US government? Was it A, Operation Flintstone? Was it B, Operation Paperclip? Was it C, Operation Staple? Or was it D, Operation Candlewax? What secret intelligence operation brought Nazi scientists to the USA to work for the government? After the war this was. Was it Flintstone, Paperclip, Staple, or Candlewax? And that, my darlings, is the end of our wonderful Truth or Trivia Red Pill Trivia Quiz for this week. So, thank you for playing along. And we've already got, I can tell you now, Carolyn was the first one with your answer. So we won't tell you who's right or wrong yet, but they are coming in thick and fast. Yes, they are. So, as we like to say, for those that know, and for those that don't know, will learn. That's the idea of Truth or Trivia Quiz. So let's have a look at some of these red pills and see what's Guam. So question number 1 was, who died shortly after claiming Michelle Obama was a man? Joan Rivers, rest in peace. Never quite survived a throat operation that ironically, coincidentally happened to be happening a few weeks after her saying what she said on the front steps of can't remember the hotel, but that was a classic moment. So yeah, 322, the number associated with which secret society? And for those that know, they would already know. Skull and Bones, of course. 322. John Kerry, Bush, all that. Dick Cheney, I think he was also 322 Skull and Bones. And for those that don't know, if that had been 33, we'd have been looking for the answer for being Freemasonry. You got the Bullingdon Club, that's James Cameron, Boris Johnson, stuff like that. I think that's Cambridge. And the Illuminati, obviously everyone knows what that is. And of course Skull and Bones, which is Yale Secret Society. So that's how that all rolls. So yeah, this is why the Freemasonry thing, this is why anytime you see a news report that says 33 injured or 33 cars do something rather, you know it's quite likely not real. Made up. So nomophobia is irrational fear of being without what? I think you probably everybody in the chat right now, I'm sure everybody's going to know somebody who suffers from this when you know the answer. Mobile phone. So yes, people have this issue of being without their mobile phone. I make a habit of trying not to go out with it. I mean, if I'm taking Hugo out for a walk, sometimes I like it because it's nice if maybe I'm talking to Razzmatazz or a friend of mine or something, or sometimes I like to have some music going. But other than that, I do prefer to leave it at home. In fact, I use my iPad more for stuff, to be honest. I don't really use my phone during the day at all. It sits on my desk doing nothing. My iPad is really my go-to device for keeping up to date with all you fine people. So, number 4, which of these animals can't stick its tongue out? Crocodile. Can't manage it. Something to do with some membrane that keeps their tongue to the roof of their mouth, because the way they obviously get their prey, they would essentially cut their own tongue off if they weren't careful with their snappy business. So yeah, crocodile. Number 5, what is the official name of the infamous Epstein Island? I wonder how many people got that one right. Little St. James. Only a short tunnel away from Richard Branson's island. Only a short tunnel's distance away. Short tunnel's distance. What is the maximum number of bitcoins that will ever be mined? And for those that know, that's 21 million. And yeah, basically it's a capped supply, unlike fiat currency that's just printed daily out of thin air. So yeah, there will only ever be 21 million bitcoins. I think it's year 2074, February sometime is estimated as to when the last bitcoin will be mined. And it works on an ever decreasing exponential decay of mining based on every 4 years there's a halving. So every 4 years you get half as much as you had before mined, yeah, each time. And so as you halve each 4 years, you end up at about 2074, where the last Bitcoin will be mined. So number 7, and here's where you know if you got a totally and utterly correct string of 7 answers or not. What secret intelligence operation brought Nazi scientists to the USA to work for the Big G? Project Paperclip. Pretty well documented nowadays. So yeah, and these were literally some of the worst dudes. And they pulled them straight out there and give them all a job. It's like, hey, come and work for us. We need some fucking crazy messed up dudes to do crazy messed up stuff for us too. So come to America, you'll fit in fine here. I'm only joking. Oh dear, and that was it. So the final answer string should look like this: B, D, A, C, D, A, B. Final answer should be B, D, A, C, D, A, B. So well done for everyone playing along, and well done if you even got a couple of those right, because some of them were tricky. So let's jump back to the main screen. We'll see how everybody did, and let me know what you thought of this week's Truth or Trivia quiz. I hope you enjoyed it. And wonder how lucky I am today. Oh, this game isn't about luck, Bradley. This is about knowing the score. Sko in the gnaw. Sko in the gnaw. But I can tell you now that we do have a perfect winner. Yeah, sometimes we just have to take whoever got 6 out of 7 or 5 out of 7. But this week, Seth Taylor, yeah? Look at that perfect score. And he was only really the third person to put an answer in, because Carolyn Rose missed one off. Carolyn Rose's first answer only had 6. So there was one missing. So then Michelle Clark came in, then Carolyn came back with a revised, adding the last one at the end. I'll let you off that one. And then obviously Seth Taylor was straight in there, and there's probably about 30 after that. So well done, Seth Taylor. I tell you what, you are today's Truth or Trivia winner of all winners. And you deserve nothing less than the most honourable of all honourable winner certificate awards for winning the Truth or Trivia. My date thing's all messed up, by the way. That crashed just before we went to break, so that should just say 28th of November 2021. So well done, Seth Taylor. Give him a big heads up in the chat. Give him a big well done. Let's see some great sportsmanship in there. Look at that. Don't even need to say it. They're already on it. Look.